sun on the shore. I'd give you the world if it was mine. Blow you right to my door. Feels fine. Feels like you're mine. Feels right, so fine. I'm yours, you're mine, like paradise. I'd give you the world if it was mine. Blow you right to my door. Feels fine. Feels like you're mine. Feels right, so fine. I'm yours, you're mine, like paradise. I watch the sun on the shore. I'd give you the world if it was mine. Blow you right to my door. Feels fine. Feels like you're mine. Feels right, so fine. I'm yours, you're mine, like paradise. I'd give you the world if it was mine. Blow you right to my door. Feels fine. Feels like you're mine. Feels right, so fine. I'm yours, you're mine, like paradise. I'm gonna share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. Your paradise. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. Paradise. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. Paradise. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. Share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love. I'm gonna share my love with you. Paradise. all pure fiction, just an imagination. To me, it's reality. But I wanna know what you see. When I was young, heard somebody tell me, do you ever fall in love? No, it won't be easy. Does anybody really know just what it's all about? The mystery of love that you never figure out. No. What do you know about love and all the joy it brings? Yeah, what do you know about love? No joy it brings. What is this thing that's stopping us? I wanna know, do you know? Can you tell me? Yeah. Makes you do crazy things. How feel gonna burn as long as you know it's real. What do you know about love? Yeah. All the joy it brings. Hey, makes you do crazy things. How can it sound? Feel gonna burn as long as you know it's real. Oh, and we know
You're he. You're he. Check. Hold on a second. My juice. Give me a juice real quick. Hold on. Mm. You're he. 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 Yes, Lord. Back in the building. Mm. Back in the building. Yes, Lord. Mm. Just lighten up some flavors if you don't mind me. 420, by the way, if you got that, 420, if you got that, right? If you don't have that, quickly go get that, right? Go get that. Go fetch it. Go fetch. Go fetch. What's happening? Grand old chat room. Kimberly in the building, nice and early. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Triple S theme UFO. UFO. Yes, Lord. UFO. We got Kyle in the building. Salutes, Carl. Good to see you. Good to see you. Nice and early. Got Lizzo in the building. That's a good friend of ours. That's a good friend of ours. Good to see you, Lizzo. Good to see you as always. Day one S in the building. Hey, chilling like a villain, huh? Chilling like a villain. What's the weather like over there? Right? What is the weather consistent of right now? Over here, today was okay. Bit of sun, bit of overcast. Majority was a bit overcast, but yeah, it wasn't raining. It wasn't raining at least, right? But I know where you are. It was mostly sunshine, right? I hope it was for you. Right? Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your evening. Good stuff. Phil in the building. What's happening amongst us? Our predators. Salutes. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Big up. Much love to you, man. Much love. Much love. Much love. We got Austin Murphy in the building. Salutes, Austin. AM in the building. Colorado. We got the Colorado gang in the building. Mm. Hey, what, Austin? Are you up to what's his name? Oskino. You know about Oskino, Colorado. Oh, yeah, Oskino. I've been down with Oskino since state prop days. I wonder if you know about state prop. SP, all day. Colorado. Oh, yes, Lord. Colorado in the building. Salutes. Welcome. Mr. Rasta in the building. Good to see you, brother, man. 420 for you right now. Mm, there you go. 420 for you, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mm, good to see you. We got somewhere in time in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you, my love. Good to see you. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Niceness. Yeah, man. Some good old folks. Some good old folks in the building, man. So yeah, we're back again, Sunday service, excuse me, smooth Sunday service. All right, smooth Sunday service. You know how we do. We like to just chill out, relax, shoot the shit. Got a few things to show, got a few directions to go. But overall, right, you already know my message. Everything leads back to the eye, huh? The lens, huh? The UFO, huh? Huh? Yeah, yeah. We got one of those shows, right? We got one of those shows. So yeah, stay locked in, man. Stay locked in. Definitely gonna go some places with it. I'm gonna start off with something kind of light, something light, nothing too wavy. Where is it? Hold on a second. Okay. Uh, Oh, actually, we save that creepy one for later. Hey, I got, like I said, we got the UFO thing to go over, and then I got some creepy files to go through. Oh my Lord. All right. So I hope you got your creepy ones on. All right. It's just, yeah, creepy, what is it? Disturbing cases on on YouTube, right? Real footage, real found footage. Ah, wild. Give me the beheejees. What is it? Beheejeebs. Beheejeebs. Who come up with those crazy words? Beheejeebs. Beheejeebs. Wild. Has to be a European word or something, right? Beheejeebs. Cool. Say no more. So where are we? Yes, sticking with the UFO theme, right? I'm gonna go somewhere with it. Don't worry, I got you. Trust me. UFO theme.
Welcome back, everyone. So, I want to take some time to talk about the story about this UFO that is so massive that they had to construct a building around it because they couldn't move it. First of all, if you found a UFO that was too massive to move, why would you want to move it in the first place? Second, where in the world would you move it to without anyone noticing? Anyway, you see, this topic of UFO craft is something that really brings the discussion of alien beings and fallen angels and or Nephilim spirits together, or it separates them completely. Because we have to ask the question, if these craft are the work of fallen angels, how? How do spiritual beings construct physical craft that can crash or be buried or taken and stored in secret hangars and secured military facilities? Where do fallen angels or demonic spirits get the physical materials to build these things?
Good point. Good point. I mean, that's the case, right? Fallen angel technology and all of this stuff. But is that really the case? When you think of angels, you think of divine light, or you should be thinking of divine light beings, right? Light manifested. I don't know. But what would a light being need with a UFO? Why does a light being need a UFO? Right? Maybe it wasn't made by a light being. Modern day UFOs, man makes them, right? Isn't that how it goes? Man makes the aeroplanes and shit. Oh man. So that's interesting though. A UFO. I mean, I've never been sold on the UFO coming from outer space, aliens taking over the world and all of that stuff. No. My rendition of the UFO is completely different. Completely different. I don't think no one's coming how I'm coming with the UFO. Right. So I like to hear other takes on the UFO from time to time to see if there's anything that, correlates with what I'm looking into. So yeah, here we are. 420 if you got that.
To save time, maybe we'll discuss how they're built at another time. What I really want to talk about are the burial sites of these craft because I see that people are really starting to notice patterns, especially with the information that's floating around online. But there is so much of it that it starts to become confusing at the same time. I can point out at least 30 different examples of ancient texts from different cultures around the world at different times describing what could translate to be flying craft of some kind, things on fire or glowing, flying shields, flying boats, wheels within wheels. However, they are described, they were obviously UFOs because the writers had a hard time trying to find the words to describe them. We still use the term flying saucer, tic tacs, cylinders, and pyramids. we don't even have the words to describe them really either, you see? But when we use those terms, most of us know what they mean. All we can really describe is the shape, right? Now, for this, I'm not talking about the average UFO or smaller craft. I'm talking about the motherships.
Hold on while you go to the motherships. Some of these UFOs are pretty interesting, and the names of them. Look at this one right here. This one looks more or less like the construct. Saturn-shaped UFO. Look at the name of this one. My Lord. Look at this Saturn-shaped UFO. This is one that would catch my attention. Hold on a second. Let me take a picture of you real quick. Boom. Saturn shape. What's the one next to you? No, that's all right. Even this one underneath you. Wowzers. What's that one called? Hold on a second. Take you back. Oh, Trinidad saucer. Look at that. Trinidad. In Brazil, 1958. That's interesting. Neutral. Was that neutral, I think? Okay, Trinidad and Saturn. Okay.
UFO or smaller craft. I'm talking about the motherships, the big boys.
Big boys.
And if they landed or were grounded, what happened to the pilots and crew?
No way. Is this real footage? Look at this beauty. Is this footage of the one they couldn't move, yeah? This one right here. Look at the surrounding cliff face. It's almost like it's in a ditch. It's interesting.
Where did they go? Can their remains still be found inside, or were they removed? When and if they attempted to enter these craft, what did they find? You know, there is a paranormal or spiritual element to these craft. And there are ancient texts that talk about these fallen angels being buried in the hills or mountains or underground on the earth. How do you keep such a being trapped? Here's a crazy idea. Maybe what we think are buried UFO craft, maybe they're prisons.
Woo! Hold on. He said maybe they're prisons. My goodness. That's a mouthful, right? UFO being prisons. Well, it's not too far off, right? When you consider the theory about the lens and the vault, celestial vault, a vault meaning a secure place meaning maximum security, prison. Let's go. 420 if you got that. CC in the building. Welcome, twin. Big up.
So let's get right to it, shall we? Because we don't have much time here. There are sites around the world that have been hotspots, UFO hotspots, for a very long time. And many people have always wondered why these places are significant. One of these areas is Northwest Cape in Western Australia, near the old naval communication base at Learmonth, where military personnel in the 1970s reported seeing a dark, hovering sphere above the landscape that moved with unusual speed before vanishing from view. In Russia, there is a site where whistleblowers say they uncovered an extremely large craft that was reported to be estimated around 720 feet in diameter, something that took them a few years to uncover.
You know, sometimes a video comes across that you cannot believe just got released. This video we're about to watch is from the 1980s, and it is a Russian footage video. They uncovered a massive craft buried under the ground. This video is 100% legitimate. The footage is absolutely spectacular. We had heard about things like this when I was in the military, knowing full well we had recovered giant craft like this ourselves. We heard that it was not just our country, it was all over. So, what you're about to see is going to blow your mind. This craft is over 2 football fields long in each direction. It is enormous. It took them years to dig it up, to excavate it. I don't know what happened to the craft, but I know this is legitimate. Check this out.
Hold on, take you back from here. Look at the size of this. This is humongous. Look at this. You can see it in the earth. Look, it's buried within it. I don't know. Is this real footage? It's could be fake, but they're claiming it's old, real footage. I mean, it could be a prop just placed there, right? It could be a prop, but I don't know. I wonder if this is where Hollywood get those type of movies from, right? Where whether it's Aliens or Prometheus, right? They enter the ship, right? They enter the ship, right? And not only that, the ship's normally called the Ark, right? They enter the Ark, which is the ship. And what do they find within the Ark? What do they find within these ships that they go into, right? It's almost like them going into the lens, right? What do they find? They always find embryos, different species in certain chambers of these UFOs, these arcs that they go into, whether it's Prometheus or aliens, right? They find these xenomorphs in capsules in eggs, right? The same theme plays out in Matrix, you know, the same theme plays out in Oblivion, right? It's in many of these movies. They walk within the arc, meaning the UFO, aka the lens, and they're finding specimens, right, in eggs. Yeah, I kid you not. It seems to be a theme in these Hollywood movies, is what I'm trying to say, right? Buried aircrafts which contain embryos of some type, or cells of whatever you want to, biology, whatever you, however you want to phrase it, right? Within the arc, within the ship, the arc, aka the moon, the lens. Let's keep going. Like, hold on a second. Even the hair, like, what is it on? It's like it's resting on something, or unless they built something up to this to support it. Yeah, that's what they must have done. They dig that around it and built out a structure to support it. Is that a human down here? What's this little thing? Looks like some miracles down here, or some machinery, possibly. That looks like a crane, I think.
In the United States, there are stories about deep military involvement with unidentified objects in connection with installations like Fort Sill in Oklahoma and Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska, facilities with historic connections to strategic operations, and, according to some whistleblower claims, locations where large recovered craft have been concealed or studied away. There are more patterns of government interest in anomalous phenomena, including how secure sites such as the Pentagon have been drawn into investigations of unidentified aerial phenomena and potential recovered materials. And if you look into the history of that building and its construction, it's quite interesting.
Oh, what's happened?
And there are rumors about what's underneath. But we'll get into that in a moment. Because let me tell you, the government always has a public explanation of why they do something. And it's always very convenient. It will make you giggle a little, actually. Some of you have probably seen claims about giant craft hidden in places such as the mountains near Seoul in South Korea, where some researchers have pointed to enormous structures atop remote ridges as possible burial or containment sites for objects that could not be moved because of their size. Now, there are also global stories in which churches, temples, and even Buddhist sites are sometimes thrown into this because they might sit directly above objects of unknown origin. And people can take a guess about what the intention behind their placement might have been: to conceal, to contain, or somehow interact with what lies below. The Great Pyramids of Egypt always come up, right? And they've always told us that these were tombs or ceremonial monuments. And you know what? They may have been telling us the truth, but not tombs for dead people. Something much more mysterious, like landed or crashed craft. They have flooded tunnels underneath some of these structures, and they have even poured concrete to cover up some of the entrances. While mainstream Egyptology traces the building techniques of the pyramids to large workforces and well-organized logistical systems, alternative thinkers know better, and they point to theories like the controversial Orion correlation hypothesis, which claims the Giza pyramids align with the stars in Orion's belt, as evidence of celestial connections or symbolic purposes tied to otherworldly visitors. Part of this alternative narrative involves legends linked to Thoth, texts like the Hermetic Emerald Tablet are tied to the figure of Hermes Trismegistus, a blend of Thoth and the Greek god Hermes. And that has inspired centuries of speculation about secret wisdom buried beneath Egypt, sometimes interpreted as evidence of a buried craft or advanced technology. Devil's Tower in Wyoming, Skinwalker Ranch. Robert Bigelow had two properties, Skinwalker Ranch and Mount Wilson Ranch. And there have been investigations into buried UFOs in both locations.
Skinwalker. I heard him mention Skinwalker. What is a Skinwalker? That must be fake, right? That must be fake. Every video that I've seen, it just looks fake. It looks like, I don't know, it just looks like another Bigfoot thing, right? A Skinwalker. If anybody's got anything clear and convincing on what a Skinwalker is, let me know, man. Let me know, please. Count Vlad in the building. What's happening, Vlad? Salutes. Vladimir the Impaler. Wicked. Salutes, man. Welcome. Hey, don't worry. You ain't really missed much, bro. We saved the best till last, right? You know how we do. 420 if you got that. Lay low, folks. Grand old chat room.
Over years of observation, researchers reported a range of anomalies: mysterious lights in the sky, unexplained changes in electromagnetic fields, equipment malfunctions, cattle mutilations, cryptids, you name it. So there are common patterns with these locations. And you have the building of temples, churches, or pyramids, or geometrically tuned structures directly over unusual underground features, which could have been a method to mark and hide whatever lies beneath, creating a physical and spiritual marker that could anchor ritual, memory, or secrecy in the landscape. How many of you have seen Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? It revolves around an elongated crystal skull with extraterrestrial connections in a temple built around ancient artifacts that open a portal to another dimension. The climax suggests that somewhere in the Amazon jungle in ancient Inca territory, there is a buried UFO. Massive, right?
Oh.
The same guy who directed Close Encounters of the Third Kind and this new film, Disclosure Day. Now, folks, with these locations in mind and many others, I want to talk about shape, geometry, and the way certain forms seem to repeat across cultures and environments. Now, if you haven't heard of the concept of shape power, that is a science where certain configurations or patterns tap into natural forces or energy fields in ways most people don't fully understand. But it's real. And I have demonstrated that in the past on this channel. For example, some theorists look at flight patterns of bees or the way geometric shapes appear in ancient sites, and these patterns reflect unknown engineering principles or even influences from fields connected with unidentified craft. Go ahead and look into the concept of bees not flying, but hovering,
Mhm.
as if they are able to generate an invisible force field around them that allows them to take flight or hover. Look at how they can move slowly at one moment and then take off suddenly at high speeds, almost like a UFO. Hmm? So,
Mm.
what
Jeez, hold on, hold on. Yeah, I didn't make that connection. They do kind of move off like a UFO, right? Yes, Lord, they do indeed. Once, hold on. Yeah, yeah. So they just from there to there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. I like that.
What I want you guys to think about when it comes to this presentation are these sites and how most people overlook the architecture, or should I say, the technology that sits on top of these sites. The pyramids, the US government's Pentagon, the hexagon at Northwest Cape, Australia, even crop circles. Well, some of them, the ones that are authentic anyway. These geometric shapes are designed and placed to direct energy. And for the most part, they are designed to be spirit traps, or
Ooh.
they are designed and placed for containment. Indian burial sites on reservations, Stonehenge. Now, I'm not saying Stonehenge has a UFO buried underneath, but ancient people had their methods of containing spiritual energy, and so do we, hidden in plain sight. You see, folks, all those shapes, all those designs I just discussed, these are symbols used in magic rituals or by the occult to contain spirits or even trap spirits. Here's the thing, when you look at the greatest UFO hotspots, Nevada, Arizona, Peru, Chile, Mexico, Belgium, Scotland, when you stop to think about what's in the sky in those places, also think about what's in the ground. Anyway, that's going to be all for now, and there is more to come very soon. Please click the thumbs up button and like this video on your way out. Also, make sure to leave your thoughts about this in the comments below. Everyone have a great day or evening, and until next time.
All right. The UFO. It's all coming together, you know. I like to hear different thoughts on the UFO. Right? This guy reckons there could be some type of prison. UFO being a prison. I mean, I can see it being converted into a type of prison, but to be a prison to begin with, I don't know. A movable prison that move. Oh my goodness! Imagine that. Just imagine if that was the case, right? A movable prison that just flies around. That is far out, right? Radical dude. I mean, look, prison, right? I'm saying more of a prism, right? A prism, right? If we're talking UFO, we're talking lens, right? Prism, not prison, but prism for light, right? The guy already said, you know, things to trap light, but I'm thinking more of a prism for light, right? Prism. Now, this UFO thing has been coming to light of lately, right? This UFO has been coming to light. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. It's there. But they're talking about things that fly around in the sky, right? Things that go meow, 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 fly around in the sky. I don't know. I can't buy that. I ain't seen one yet. I ain't seen one with my own eyes. All right, so it's entertaining at the end of the day, but I'm yet to see one. I know there's many people around the world that's seen, you know, UFOs, I suppose, but I haven't seen one. But now Donald Trump, he's talking about, you know, UFOs releasing releasing files, documents, right, to do with the UFO. I find that interesting. Now, Donald Trump is on the border, right? Mr. Donald. What does Donald know about UFOs, right? I mean, he's released a little file, but you know, it depends how you look at it, I suppose, right? It depends how you look at it. You have to know what you're looking for, especially when you're in this type of game, right? Especially when you're in this type of game, right? Prison to prism. Randall chat room. One second. See, I did. So yeah, like I was saying, right? This game, this UFO game is not for everybody. It's an advanced type of game, right? If you're a flat earther, just stick to the flat earther. Stick to the flat earthing, right? Because this game will go right over your head, right? It's a reason why the UFO disclosure is coming out now, right? It's a reason why. Triple S, yes, Lord. See, R420 that. R420 that. Matter of fact, quick smoke break. Let's get into some music real quick. What we doing? Hold on. Oh man. Huh.
All night I roll. Like patrol cars on the night shift. I give daytime dick, then turn into a police baton and give nice dick. I got options, baby. My roster look like a computer mouse when you right click. Got a plethora, so I've been trying my best to squeeze you in, but it's a tight fit. I'm a cold nigga, but still manage to be sharp about it. I'm a nice pick, like wide pliers. I got a hold on all my bad habits. That's a vice grip. They throw finger signs, they don't like this. I'm flying your nigga a flight risk. I light up the room when I shine, and they got them flipping me off like a light switch. But I'm still reserved like the Federal Bank, cause I know that these hoes gon' choose how to like a grass wall at the club. That's something I know that these hoes gon' use. Nobody chef it better. They listen and hang on to every letter. I think I'm a mirror, cause when a bitch look at me, she start getting herself together, making extra efforts trying to serve face. It's absurd, ayy. I love your walk from behind. You shaped like the letter P from your sidewalk, like curb space. Meticulous with how my words place. She ate it like somebody served place. And now she trying to slide home with a nigga. If I let her swerve out of third base, till we rollin', we rollin', we rollin'. Sipping bourbon and sack chasing. I get a bag but want another one, like indecisive hoes when they getting dressed and just keep on switching persons. I'm the same nigga, but I switch the swag and identify as a different person. We go on a dim lit dinner with wine and more candlelights than a vigil service. I'm Mr. Perfect. My persona hold bakeries hostage. I take the cake and I don't do tricking, but still make spoil a bitch. Take her own expiration dates. I keep throwing lines out till I get them hooked and they take the bait. I'm a strobe light to an epileptic episode, cause King gon' make it shake. One way or another, the flow is water, so one way I'm a puddle, the other way Kim is a river, can make shit happen for you, I allow you to pull them strings. King is a fiddle, buzz out sangria. She go cannibal, turn to a man eater. I'm in out cause this hoe is a damn keeper. But all that shit you done heard before, like a plant eater. Girl, I think it's well, this room ain't heaven, but before I'm done, you gon' think we there. We ain't resting at all or getting no sleep, cause naps are for kinky hair. Tell me, can I lay you down like I do my burdens? Release it and do my purging. And after we come together, I'ma spread you apart, just like I do my curtains while we laying on velvet, baby. Girl, we rollin'.
Some people just don't get it. That Squarespace isn't just for websites.
Mad.
You can get a domain from Squarespace.
Mad. Smoothness. Smoothness, you get me? Back into that, back into that. Back into that, back into that. Yes, Lord. 420 if you got that. Grand old chat room. So what's new with the folks? Yeah, I hope you like that. Hope you like that. Skunky jackfruit flavor. Damn, you're winning. You're winning. I just got some runts. I got some runts. You're winning right now. We like flavors. 420 if you got that. So yes, where are we right now? Hold on a second. Get myself together. But yes, like I was saying before, right? This UFO thing, it goes a long way if you know how to connect the dots, if you know exactly what they're talking about, right? If you know exactly what they're talking about, then it all makes sense. But it's the big boys league, right? If you got Trump talking about it, apparently it's the big boys league, but you have to know how to decipher it. You have to know what's going on. You have to test the waters. Right? Like I said, it's bigger than flat Earth. Right? It's bigger than flat Earth. You got to know your lane. You have to know your lane. No lane swerving. You get clipped. Right? You get clipped if you don't know your lane when it comes to this UFO stuff. Trust me. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Joshua Tellerton, thank you for the donation.
Thank you for the donation, Ray boy. Lay low.
So, my cash app is $Bro Sanchez TV. A lot of y'all like to donate on Cash App, and I want to say I appreciate the Cash App donations because Google can't take none of that. So if y'all want to throw me $5 on the Cash App right now instead of the super chat, who got $5 to throw? Yeah, the Google can't take none of that. But so let's go to the next photo. Let's move on. I think.
But rude boy thing, Google can't take none of that. I you know what I mean? Want it in full. Give me the loot, give me the loot. I'm a bad, bad man.
We are 2 of 1. Let's see. Is it gonna be a blur? Is it gonna be clear? Let's go to the last one right here. What the hell is that? You know.
So what the hell is that, you know? Jeez. That looks like something still. If you know what you're looking at, still. If you know what you're looking at, it looks like something. Let me see what you think, though, Bro Sanchez.
What's crazy, man? Trump was like, I want to be transparent. And we just gonna release everything we got, all of the files. Now they got all of these links right here. And a lot of this stuff is just blurs and bull crap.
He's not lying there. There was a whole lot of files that was released, and a lot of it is bull crap. I'm with you there. Hell yeah. A lot of it is bull crap. Yeah, I kid you not. right? But amongst the bull crap, there's a few gems if you know what you're looking at. Yes, Lord. Let's keep going.
Like, what the hell is this? Look at this right here. They just was add shit. They'll just throw one of them sheets in there too, man, just to fill it up, to make it look like we giving them a lot of shit. Look at this, man. Just pointless data. Reflection echo during anomalous propagation. You know, stratiform. If you show this to Trump and say, Trump, explain this to me. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You know, all I know is I healed quickly. I healed quickly.
Yo, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Take that back. That was quite good. Oh shit.
You know, stratiform. If you show this to Trump and say, Trump, explain this to me. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You know, all I know is I healed quickly. I healed quickly. Yeah.
I heal quickly. I heal quickly. I don't know. I don't know. That was good. That was good, Sanchez. I like that.
Trump, man, like this, you giving us spider webs and shit, man. Like, what we gonna do with this? Just more pointless data. We 3 of 1. It ain't blurry, but it's bullshit. So 3 of 1. Let's go to the next image. Oh man, nothing but doo-doo stains all night.
He did nothing but do these things all night.
Somebody gonna say that's used for data. Man, this look like used toilet paper.
Hey, I wonder if you're watching me. I wonder if you're watching me, bro, Sanchez. You know, this is definitely useful data. Useful data. We say data, but you say data. Yeah, useful data. Most definitely.
And we gonna keep it here while I go to the next information for y'all.
Cool. Keep that there. He is hilarious. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I heal quickly. I heal quickly. You know, Barack Obama once said to me, Donald, you're doing too much. Sit down. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Wowzers. I don't know. Hold on, S sent me something. Give me a sec, S. Let me have a quick look. Hold on. Ooh, that looks like a go ahead. Let's have a quick look, see.
This might just be my favorite clip of the week. Big up to this guy, whoever he is, who favorite clip of the week. Big up to this guy, whoever he is, who just confronted the astronauts and told them straight that millions of people are not buying the lies. And just look how guilty they look on their faces. Check this out.
Stop lying, stop acting. We all never went to space.
Look at her face.
Follow Jesus.
Look at her face.
Stop lying to the public. Your PSYOP isn't working. On millions
Wow.
of us, NASA's a joke. Repent before God, y'all. I see through your lies. I know you never went to space. God's watching you all.
I mean, come on, does this not look like a guilty face? This doesn't look like someone who's got like passion and grace and gone around the moon. And this guy's like straight up just like, oh shit, you got us, dude. One more time.
Stop lying, stop acting. We all never went to space.
Look at his face, he's like, and she's like, shit, what do I say? What do I do?
Stop lying to the public.
Bunch of Masonic parasitic liars, man. That's all I can say.
That's interesting.
This
think-
might
hold
just
on,
be my
hold on. His tongue came out. He brought his tongue out for the public. Where was it?
Stop lying. Stop acting. We all never went to space.
Look at his face. He's like,
See his tongue come out.
I'm
Stop lying. Stop acting. We all never went to space.
look at his face. He's like,
Yeah.
and she's face. He's like, and she's like, shit. What do I say? What do I do?
Stop lying to the
Bunch of Masonic parasitic
What's that
liars,
paperwork?
man. That's
Hold on, go back.
and she's like, shit. What do I say? What do I do?
Stop lying to the
Bunch of Masonic parasitic liars, man.
Come
That's all I
on.
can say. What do I say? What do I do?
Stop lying to the
Bunch of Masonic.
What is that? Can anybody see that? Can anybody make that out? I can't see it on my screen. It's too blurry. What is this? Can anybody see that? This is what we need to be finding out what this shit is. This might have gave something away. Yes. Yeah, they never went to no bloody moon. Astronauts in space. Get out of here. No way. No way. We ain't buying that. No way. That don't make no sense, right? That don't make no goddamn sense. Mm-mm. But I tell you what does make sense to me, right? I tell you what does make sense to me, because things don't make sense to what's his name? Bro Sanchez, right? You see this cat up here on the left? He's not here yet in this understanding, right? So it's not gonna make sense to him when it comes to the UFO, right? The UFO, aka the arc, right? Aka the lens. Now, let's get into something real quick. These are some of the pictures from the files of Donald Trump, right? I've watched Bro Sanchez go over them and they went straight over his head. He doesn't know what he's looking at, right? Yeah, they don't know what they're looking at. It's a game where you have to be involved. You have to know what you're looking at. It's one of those type of games, right? So this is from the file, like I said. Now, UFO, believe it or not, right? From Donald Trump's understanding, he's apparently gone through the files, checked them out. Yep, UFOs, it's a go, right? It's a go. It's a UFO, apparently. Right now, this image also, right? When I saw this, I was like, where? What the hell is a UFO about this? I can't see no UFO. Like this, it just looks like shapes, angles, like a line, a type of square diamond or something above it. Like it just don't make sense. Like, looking at it, you'll be thinking, what's going on here? I can't see what's going on. Right? Can't see what's going on. Can anybody look at this and see what's going on? Let me see what the chat room is saying. What's your thoughts on this UFO picture from Donald Trump? Right? Any thoughts on this? Can anybody see a UFO? Does anybody know what they're looking at? I'm gonna roll one. Let me come back and let me see what the chat room's saying. Give me 2 seconds. Looking at then, okay, explain please. Yeah, okay, yeah, Donald Trump's pictures from the Donald Trump files, right? Keep that in mind, Kimberly. This is from the Donald Trump files, right? UFO, pyramid and hollow earth. Okay, Flag, I see you. Lens. I see the nucleus, the lens. Okay. Okay. What I like. She's never scared to speak her mind and like this. I can relate to these folks. They can relate to me. It's good stuff, man. Now, looking at this, right, even it made me think of something else which NASA provided, right? I thought, hold on, this looks familiar to what NASA has provided, right? This shape right here. Right, look at this shape right here. Almost like a diamond or something, right? But NASA also gave a picture like this from one of their Hubble telescope. I think it was the James Webb or the Hubble telescopes, right? They said it was like a celestial heaven in the sky, all right? This right here, right? Almost like a pyramid type again. See the light emanating. Right, it made me think of this one again. Right, the pyramid. Look at this. Now, if you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking at. Now, and we got to pay attention, right? Because all of this, I think, or I kind of know, right? They're showing us this again, right? We're looking at this, right? You're looking at the lens, and this, what you're seeing here, could be light coming in, right? How it's dark in the background, they're showing you how light would enter, right? Light coming in like a portal, right? Now, how do we know that? So this would be the cornea section, right? This would be the cornea section. If we're talking that, right, this would be the cornea section, right? This would be this section. And the light's coming in, right? But it's a UFO. Keep that in mind, right? Yeah, it's a UFO. So if that's a UFO, if Donald Trump has released files and saying it's a UFO, right, then it should be a UFO, right? Let's have a look. UFO. No. Oh, but wait. Cross section of a cornea? Huh? But I just said that. Huh? Hold on, you're bullshitting me. You're bullshit. Hold on. Let me orientate it a bit better. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right, let's do this then. Right? So this is what they're showing us, right? This is what they just said. This is what they're showing us, right? Cross section of a cornea. That's what I just said, right? That's what I just said. Wowzers. But I thought it's the UFO. I thought this was the UFO. Huh? Huh? I thought that's the UFO. So what's this then? What's this? Are we looking at, so you telling me we're looking at the lens again? Is that what we're looking at? Hmm? Are we looking at the light again? Hold on, this is what I'm saying. It's mad. This is it's deep, right? We're looking at the lens again, right? The UFO, the mothership. This is exactly what's going on. Hold on, let's go over here. There's more, because this is what they said, right? The cross section. How do we know? Let's do a comparison, because I mean this is what we do over here, right? We don't just talk it. We just have to do some comparisons and see what's going on, right? All right, cool. So we got the cross section and we got the eye. All right, look at that, right? The cross section and we got the eye. So this is where the UFO would be, the lens, right? Down here. Down here. Like here. So that's what you're looking at right there. This is exactly what you're looking at. And you know what's wild, right? Because this is all to do with the refraction again, right? This is why we're seeing the light, right? Cool, let's keep going. Now you understand the message I'm trying to convey, right? With the lens, the UFO, right? Situated where it is, letting the light in, right? Through the pupil, the portal, letting it in, as they're showing you here, hitting the lens, right? As the light comes in, it dilates, it stretches itself. When the light is no longer coming back in, it starts to go back to a more of a spherical shape, right? Meaning like this, right? The mound, more of the mound shape, right? So it transforms, it morphs, right? It morphs. This is the true definition of something that morphs this, right? This is why they, are fascinated with octopus and these things like this. Very intelligent. It's an intelligent design. Intelligent design. They call them aliens, actually. Squids and octopus. They call them aliens. They morph. So yeah, where was we now? Hold on a second. Now, like I said, stay with me because it's to do with the light, right? It's to do with the light. What's the chat room saying? People to aliens. Yep, there you go. I said that a few weeks back, months back. I wonder if people still caught that. But yeah, it all leads back to the lens. I said that aliens, a lens, even Atlantis, a lentis, right? You get a lentis shape. Right, you gotta know how to break down the words. But good stuff, lad. I like it. You're listening, you're doing your thing. We love that. Flower in the building. How we doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so let's keep going. Boom. And there you have it. Look what they're showing you. Look what they're showing you. Look what they're showing. Hey, I spoke. Come on. Lens. Snell. Right? The snail. Told you it's the lens they're showing you. This is why. They're showing you lens law. Look, once again. Snell. Look, the prism. Look at the colors. We were just speaking about that, right? The prison, the prism, and this is where it all leads back to. All right. Damn, god damn. Told you. It's the lens. This is why. Hold on. Let's go over here real quick.
Submarines that cross or travel through a Fibonacci spiral.
Fibonacci spiral is a pattern which happens to be located in the creator's creation from micro to macro, concentric rings spiraling out of control. The further you go back in time, the medieval era was depicting people living inside of snail shells as everyday homes. There is also a folklore connection with the snail and the moon. Okay, it's time for me to work my magic with a K. Let's connect the snail and the lens to the eye, which is also the moon. Let's start with the word lens, L-E-N-S. Please remember, it's a inverted mirror realm, so you would have to reverse the word lens, which gives you snail. Wow, snail and lens, the lens law, snail law.
In this video, we're going to learn about Snell's law. Snell's law is a mathematical relationship developed by the scientist named Wilbur Snell, and the relationship relates the angle of incidence to the angle of refraction. A ray of light will bend when it travels from one transparent medium into another transparent medium. Light travels fastest in a vacuum because nothing's in its way, and so it travels at 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. This is the fastest speed that light can travel. If light is traveling in air, it's going to be a little bit slower. In water, a little bit slower than that. So just to look at an example of this, if light travels from air into water, it's going to bend slightly because it's going to go from a place where it's moving fairly fast in air and it's going to go into somewhere where it's going to move a bit slower.
This Snell's law experiment seems to remind me of something we've seen before, right before our very own eyes. No pun intended. The lens. The lens. There you go. Not only that, sin seems to be a part of the formula to the Snell law. They say we are born into sin, and you have the moon god Sin. Sin is often depicted on a mountain with a moon. I think that's a heavy connection if I don't say myself, right? The moon god Sin, born into sin, and the formula to sin, right? I think that's a goal. I think that's a goal. Let's go. Could that be who Kanye West is representing as he performs on the world stage?
Submarines that cross or travel through a Fibonacci spiral.
Look at there. Snails, right? I mean, I've heard a lot of people give their rendition on the snails, and yeah, at one point, I thought, oh, that's interesting, right? It's interesting. I like it. I like that. But on my own journey, I start to see it different. I start to look at these pictures, these images very different when they're showing people depicted living inside of snail homes, right? Snail shells. I don't think it was really like that. Maybe to some degree, who knows? Who knows? Possibly, who knows? I mean, it's a good idea, right? Protection, living in a giant shell. But I don't know, I see it different, right? Especially with the shell. And there's a few moon folklores with the snail also, right? The snail and the moon. The snail ties into the moon, and the moon ties into the snail. And then you have the moonfish itself. Yeah, this is called a moonfish. Look at this beauty. Look at its shell. Lovely. Look at this creature. Moon snail. Right? It's tied into the moon. You got the Fibonacci spiral again, right? We got the Fibonacci spiral again. The creator's signature, apparently. Apparently, that's the creator's signature, right? The Fibonacci spiral. Or the concentric rings, however you want to look at it. We're looking at rings, right? We're looking at rings. Now, like I said, when I think of snail, I think of lens now, right? I think of lens, I think of snail. I think of snail, I think of lens, vice versa. You know how it goes. And then I think of, you know, concentric rings. Think of concentric rings. Throughout medieval and ancient culture, they were showing us these depictions. We looked at them and, you know, took it for face value, or some of us thought we knew what they was meaning. But now it's time to, you know, reassess them and approach it with a different understanding, right? The snail, the lens, the snail, right? It's time to start looking at things different, right? The lens, the snail, the lens, right? I'm trying to show you a different way of looking at things. Cellular. This shit is beyond flat Earth. It's on the other end. It's on the other spectrum. This is some advanced shit. This is different. This is pull up and have a coffee and flavors type shit. Right? So just know all roads lead back to the eye. Or all roads lead back to the moon, the eye, the lens, the upper room. Right? Cellular, micro, macro. This is what they're depicting, in my opinion. Concave system, cellular. Right? The lens, snail. This is what I think the ancients were saying. The lens, the snail. Right? Living inside of the lens. If anybody can show me different, prove me wrong, I'll listen. Anybody's got receipts on something different, pull up. Anybody want that link to debate, pull up. Pull up. It's beyond that. It's way beyond that. Ain't no stopping this. Back to the lens, back to the snail. And remember, this is their images. This isn't my images. I'm using their work against them. I'm showing you what it is. Right? This is their works. Hold on, where is it? Boom. Told you it's different. All roads lead back to the eye. They base this construct around you and I. I mean, stay tuned. There's gonna be some more disclosure, all right? It has to be. Has to be. This is, I mean, this stuff came out there, right? This stuff's out there, but it depends how you look at it, right? It depends how you look at it. They're talking about cornea. They're calling it a cornea view. What are we talking about? Hmm? I thought this was something to do with a UFO, but they're calling it a cornea cross section. Wowzers. Hmm? This is what they're calling it. Yes, Lord. This is what they're calling it. It's not me, it's them. I showed you it's them, right? It's their work, so I'm using it against them. Simple. You see the same way how I clip them weirdos and pull it in my social weirdo experiments, use their own words against them. Yeah, that's all we're doing on a different scale. Believe that. Yeah, Michael, Miso, Meso, sorry. Mountain, Moon Ting. Yeah. I don't even make the rules. I just show you what's going on, right? Different understanding. I hope you folks can see the message I'm trying to convey. Let me know if it's going too fast and you need, a bit of a recap. Say, hey, London, I don't understand what you just said there or done there. Can you go back a bit or explain it? Gladly. Let me know. I'm here for that, right? Let me know. I ain't too big for the program, so let me know. But yeah, this is where it is right now. Bro Sanchez and these folks do not understand the UFO language. Right? They're not up to speed with the UFO language. Those who know now, right? But you've seen this. You've seen this. So when they're talking the UFO, you may come across an image that would have looked completely different to you, but now you understand. Save that image for London, right? Don't get rid of those images because they don't make sense to you. Save it for me. Yeah, I'll make something of it. This is what it goes back to. This is what it is. This is what it leads back to. The light of the body. Yeah, there you go. What else do we have? I think that might be it. It's too late for that one. That one's a bit too scary. I won't even do that. Leave that for another. Leave that one for another triple S. But yeah, we'll leave that there. A nice hour and a half, power hour. Yeah. Grand old chat room. What's happening? Everyone good? Everyone blessed? We'll leave that there. Right? We'll leave that there. So yeah, go and mind your business. Go and mind your business. You lot have still got some hours left, right? You still got hours left. Go and enjoy yourself. Go enjoy yourself. Yeah, you earned it. You earned it, all right? I got work in a few hours, so yeah. You already know. Vlad said good stream. Thank you. He banned me. He banned me. Yeah. Big up, big up. Wicked. All right, Gandalf chat room. Man, them, gal, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's been a pleasure. All right, I'm pretty sure we'll do this dance again. All right, I'm pretty sure we'll do this dance again. Outside yard work. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Good stuff. Lizzo in the building. Salutes, Lizzo. All right, till next time. Look after yourself. Love over war. And lay low. London.